moving from being a good wife to a great wife. A good wife, that means you're commendable, you are doing well as a wife, and you want to take it a notch higher to becoming a great wife, an excellent wife, and a virtuous wife. Or if you're a normal wife, you're just doing your duties, just going through the rigors. This is more like practical steps that you can take to become that great wife, that excellent wife that your husband can actually commend and say, oh, you have done well. Your children can say, oh, she's a great mother. And God is happy with you that you fulfilled your role as a wife in your spouse's life. Okay. And you yourself, you are happy with yourself that you've done well. So we're going to look at 3 steps that you can transition from being a normal wife, a good wife, to a great wife. Number one is that you have to sit with your spouse and ask him. Okay, you are going to have this honest heart-to-heart conversation and ask him, oh, I want to actually improve. Okay, I want to be a better wife. I want to be a great wife. Yes, I might be doing so and so. Okay, I want to know what you think about me. In what ways, in what areas can I improve? Can I do better? Okay, and it is not something you would have to get an answer immediately. Allow him take his time. He might not respond immediately. He might respond in a day's time, 2 days, or whatever it is. But just be willing to give him that time to respond. And whatever he tells you, if he says, oh, you talk too much, or you don't give him space, or you nag, or you get angry very often, you must be willing to work on whatever it is that he says that you should work on, because you're looking for ways to become a great wife. So whatever he tells you, this is more like a customized response to you, okay? Because what we could say, oh, do this, do that, it might not be what he actually would want you to do. Okay, ask him, what does respect mean to you? How would you want me to respect you better? Okay, and whatever his response is, first, you must be willing to work on it, because it wouldn't be wise that you want to actually improve. But whatever he tells you and you're not willing to work on it, of course, it's going to, in some cases, it might come as hard truth, hard knocks, okay, for you, bitter pills for you to swallow. But if you're looking to actually improve, you must be willing to take whatever response it is. Okay, whatever he says, if he says, okay, even at sex life, I want you to improve the frequency, maybe from weekly to twice weekly or thrice weekly, you must be willing to work on it if you know that you want to transition into being a great wife. So whatever the responses are, first you have to be ready and willing to take action on whatever these responses are. And no matter how they come, please open your mind, be willing to absorb it and start working on it. Number 2 step, okay, you have to follow God's principles. Okay, what is it that God would have you do as to transition to being a good wife? Let me put it this way. Okay, what are the things that God would expect of you to be a great wife? You could start with the virtuous woman in Psalm 31. Okay, go read through it and ask, how can I do better? How can I love my husband more? How can I forgive more? How can I play my role better? Okay, and you must be willing to, whatever it is that the Holy Spirit shows you. It might just show you, probably it might just be an anger thing. If you need to work on your anger, if he tells you when to shut your mouth, probably, or when to approach your husband, or how to encourage him more, how to challenge him more to do better, how to be that spouse, the helpmeet that he would have you to be. Okay, so you must be ready to work with God to be that great wife. So whatever it is that God brings to your mind, to your consciousness, to you, probably through an inner voice or you reading his word, and he tells you you need to work on this, you must be ready to work with God to transition. Remember, it's a transitioning from being a good wife, a better wife, a normal wife to a great wife. Okay, so the last thing is that you have to also look make efforts, okay, on your own to be better. Make efforts to be better. Ask yourself, how can I show my husband love more? Okay, how can I be adventurous in a relationship? How can I forgive more? Okay, you look for ways to add spice to your marriage. Okay, it's not just about you going to the regulars, because at times in marriage, if you're not careful, it could just be everyday daily life, the same routine and all that, but you should be ready to add spice to it. Okay, whatever ideas you can come up with, probably you plan dates. Okay, you could plan time out with families, how to spend quality time with him. Of course, know what his love language is. If he wants you to listen more, if he's the one that craves attention, if he's the one that wants physical touch, be ready to do whatever it is to do what to be that better wife. So, of course, to transition from being a normal wife to a great wife, to a good wife to a great wife, you have to first of all have that conversation, honest, open, heart-to-heart conversation with your husband, and be ready to do whatever it is that he tells you, to find out how God would want you to move from being a good wife to a great wife, and be ready to implement whatever it is that he tells you to do. And also, on your own, work on loving more, forgiving more, doing more in the relationship, and giving yourself more. I hope this helps, and I would love to hear your love story. Okay, leave a comment if it's something you would want us to talk about. Okay, until next, you can click the next video on this Our Wife's Lounge so that you can learn more ways to be a better wife, to do more, okay, and improve daily in your relationship. This is me rooting for you. Okay, you can be a great wife, and you can do it. Attainable. It's attainable. Okay, the place of excellence. You can do it. Cheers.